Hello there. I am very happy to be back with you as we continue our theme, God's no harm principle. Pardon me, at points I may have to give just a little peek at my notes. Now, 2 videos ago, I had talked about a rationale for doing these notes, and there's another one I thought of that is so obvious, really, and that is I have to obey what Jesus told me to do. And he told the same thing. So you remember he had healed 2 men, and he said, and they wanted to come with him. He said, no, you don't come with me. I want you to go back to your home and, quote, share the things that the Lord has done for you and how he has had compassion on you. So basically, that's what I'm doing too. So, and certainly, don't we all have opportunity to do that? Oh, definitely. So today, though, I want to begin discussing with you what can prevent us from benefiting in the process God uses for the development of both our faith and our character, or look at it the other way around. What are the principles that we can hold on to that would help us to benefit from the process that sometimes we have to go through? You know, I would say that what causes some confusion sometimes is that in our faulty human nature, we do not understand that God strengthens our faith and he draws us into a closer relationship to himself, sometimes by circumstances that may be painful, they may be uncomfortable, but you know what? They serve to develop our character. Many Christians, I believe, misunderstand what we would call the pruning process. Unwittingly, in that process, persons may tend to focus on the emotional or the physical pain and the circumstances in which they have become entangled, so that their response does not, let's say, bring about the therapy that God intends. And sadly, they just end up harming themselves. Now, question, does God sit idly by when any of his dear children are struggling with any doubts or fears or questionings or temptations? Absolutely not. He has prepared a place of safety into which we can run and be protected from harm. And that is why we have such assurances in the Word of God, as the name, meaning his character, the name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous run into it, and what? They are safe. We also have underneath are the everlasting arms. And family, you know, even some of you, even if you don't go to church and stuff, I telling you that in church is what we sing. So when you meet one of us and we claim to trust God, and then we doing a lot of strange stuff, don't be afraid to challenge us. That's okay. God is working with us. So, family, where I was saying, you know that we sing in church, the Lord's our rock, in him we hide. You still there? A shelter in the time of storm. Yes, we sing that song, secure whatever may betide, a shelter in the time of storm. So, we got to try and live what we singing though. Psalm 107:20 also tell us he sent his word and he healed them and delivered them from their destructions. Now I want to say it is one thing to, I wanted to have my little book here with me written out with my promises. It's one thing to memorize a text, to repeat it at the drop of a hat, to write it out in your prayer journal or your promise book. But it is an entirely different thing to have it so internalized, moving it from your head to your heart, as it were. But heart is really still up here. But in other words, it moves from being a theory to something that you really believe. I'm going to use granite as a verb. It granite down in you. One spiritual writer says that we have to make the promises of God our own. And once we do that, we can far more easily apply the promise to the peculiarity of our circumstances. Right, the application involves believing that God will fulfill his word to us. And I see that my time has gone, but let me just finish off here now. So for example, Philippians 4, can't remember the verses, but it says, be anxious for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, to let your requests be made known unto God. And when we do that, because it's conditional, when we do that, what will happen? It says that he will keep our hearts and minds at peace. You have that peace? It real sweet, man. All right, family, I done here for now. God bless you, and we're going to pick up next time. Oh boy, there's something else I wanted to say about that text. All right, next note, I'm going to go back to Philippians, because that's one of the most powerful promises that will help us in our times of testing, that we do not hurt ourselves, harm ourselves, hurt ourselves, whichever. All right, you take care. God bless you, and we're going to meet again. Bye-bye.